Hi, hello, namaste. A very warm welcome to bio classes. We are in morphology of flowering plant chapter, and we have reached the last portion of this chapter, that is studying in detail with a semi-technical description the families of angiosperms. Three major families we are going to study about, and already we have seen the floral formula and a floral diagram in the previous class. Diagrammatic representation we observed, and some brief letters that can be used, that means symbols used for some particular terms related to the flowers already we have observed. So here in this chapter you are given with the three families of the plants in angiosperms. Now families ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಕುಟುಂಬಗಳಂತ ಕರೀತಿದ್ದೆ. ಸಸ್ಯ ಕುಟುಂಬಗಳು ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಕುಟುಂಬಗಳಿದಾವೆ, ಸಾವಿರಾರು ಲಕ್ಷಾಂತರ ಕುಟುಂಬಗಳಿದಾವೆ. So among so many families, here we are majorly given with the three families. That means in a day-to-day life we are observing so much of such kind of plants related to those families. So ಆ ರೀತಿ ಮೂರು ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲೀಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಲಿಲೇಸಿಯೇ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ, ಫೆಬೇಸಿಯೇ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ, ಸೊಲನೇಸಿಯೇ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ. ಲಿಲೇಸಿಯೇ, ಸೊಲನೇಸಿಯೇ, ಫೆಬೇಸಿಯೇ. Regarding these three families in the plants, so we can see their vegetative characters and floral characters. And keep one thing in your mind. So here one thing, if we consider placental mammals, let me consider placental mammals. ಪ್ಲಾಸೆಂಟಾ ಹೊಂದಿರತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಸಸ್ತನಿಗಳು ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡೆ ಪ್ಲಾಸೆಂಟಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಸಸ್ತನೆ ಪ್ಲಾಸೆಂಟಾ ಜೊತೆ ಸಸ್ತನಿ ಪ್ಲಾಸೆಂಟಾ ಹೊಂದಿರತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಸಸ್ತನಿಗಳು ಬರೀ ಒಂದೇ ಪ್ರಾಣಿ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಆ ಥರ ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಪ್ರಾಣಿಗಳಿದಾವೆ. ನೋಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ನಮಗೆ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ತರ ಅನಿಸ್ಬೋದು, ಬಟ್ ಆ ಥರದ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಪ್ರಾಣಿಗಳನ್ನ ಸೇರಿಸಿ ಒಂದು ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಅಂತ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ನಾನೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಅಷ್ಟು ಎನಿಮಲ್ಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನ ಇಂಡಿವಿಜುವಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಒಂದೊಂದಾಗಿ ಪ್ರತ್ಯೇಕವಾಗಿ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡೋ ಬದಲಾಗಿ ನಾನೇನು ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಅನ್ನ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇನೆ, ಆ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ಗೆ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಗಳಿರ್ತಾವ, ಲಕ್ಷಣಗಳು, ಆ ಲಕ್ಷಣಗಳನ್ನ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಅವೆಲ್ಲಾ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ದಂಗಂತ. ಈಗ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರ, ಅನ್ನ ಬೆಂದೈತಿಲ್ಲೋ ನೋಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಅನ್ನನೇ ತಿನ್ಬೇಕಂತಲ್ಲ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ನನೂ ತಿನ್ನೋದಂತಲ್ಲ, ಒಂದು ಅಗಳು ತಿಂದ್ರೆ ಸಾಕಂತ. ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಅಗಳು ತಿಂದ್ರೆ ಅನ್ನ ಬಂದೈತಪ್ಪ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಇನ್ ದಟ್ ಸೆನ್ಸ್ we are making some families here, and one family will be having thousands together plants, another family will be having 10,000s together plants, another family will be having hundreds together plants. So if you want to study all the 1,000 plants, means just we can study the characters of that family, then the work is very much simple. And because of that reason only we came to know that classification, taxonomy. So here we are having the three families. Let us see the families. So here, whatever the family it may be, whatever the plant we are studying, we are majorly focusing on two types of characters. One is vegetative characters, another one is floral characters. ನೀವು ಯಾವುದೇ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ, ಇವೆರಡು ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ಗಳನ್ನು ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕಂತ, ವೆಜಿಟೇಟಿವ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಫ್ಲೋರಲ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್. ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಡಿಸ್ಕಷನ್ ಆಗಿತ್ತು. ಅದರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಫ್ಲೋರಲ್ ಡೈಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, ಫ್ಲೋರಲ್ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಂತ ನೋಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಸೊ ಟು ರೈಟ್ ದಟ್ ಫ್ಲೋರಲ್ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ಸಮ್ ಸಿಂಬಾಲ್ಸ್. ಆ ಸಿಂಬಾಲ್ಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ನೋಡಿದ್ವಿ, ರೈಟ್? ನಾವು ಲೆಟ್ ಮಿ ಫೋಕಸ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ. ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿಯ ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ರಿಪ್ಷನ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಬರೆದಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಮತ್ತು ಇನ್ನೊಂದು, ಈ ಮೂರು ಕ್ಲಾಸಸ್ ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕೊಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ನು 2 ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲೀಸ್ ಬರ್ತವೆ, ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ NCERT ಬುಕ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ರೆ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೋ ಬರೀಲಿಕ್ಕೆ, ಅದೇ ತರ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಅದು ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ನೀವು ಅದನ್ನ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬರೀರಿ ಆಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಗಿ. ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನೇ ಡಿಕ್ಟೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ, ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತೀವಿ ಜಸ್ಟ್, ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ಲೆಟ್ ಮಿ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ in angiosperm, that is Liliaceae family. What is the family name? Liliaceae. Lily, already I have heard this term, lily. Where you have heard this term? Lily, it is a special flower showing the perianth condition. What actually the perianth is? It is the mixture form of sepals and petals. That means in the flowers, if you are unable to differentiate what is the petal, what is the sepal, then such kind of units or group or the word we will refer it as perianth. And perianth members are tepals, and The flower showing the perianth, the best example is lily. So by considering the lily are related to the lily flowers or lily plant, we are having some other plants, and all those plants belong into one family, and the family name is Liliaceae. And keep one thing in your mind, ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ ಹೆಸರನ್ನ ಹೇಳೋ ಟೈಮ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ಲಿ 4 ಲೆಟರ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕಂಪಲ್ಸರಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. CEAE. ಯಾವ ಲೆಟರ್ಸ್? CEAE. CA. Solanaceae, Liliaceae, Fabaceae, Leguminaceae, CEAE. In the same way, in case of animals family, ಪ್ರಾಣಿಗಳ ಕುಟುಂಬ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳೋ ಟೈಮ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಕುಟುಂಬದ ಹೆಸರನ್ನ ಕೊಡೋ ಟೈಮ್ನಲ್ಲಿ DAE ಅಂತ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ DAE. Canidae, Felidae, Hominidae. So that is in case of the animal families. And now this we are studying about the plant families, right? Liliaceae, it is also called as lily family. It is also called as lily family, or it is also called as onion family, right? So we can use these terms. Lily family are also called as onion family. That means in this family the major plant that we are using in our daily life, that is onion. ಹೌದಾ? ಉಳ್ಳಾಗಡ್ಡಿ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. Onion, the best example here. And this family, it is containing more than 4,000 species. How many species are present in this family? More than 4,000 species are present here. ಪ್ರಭೇದ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು. ಸ್ಪೀಸೀಸ್ ಕನ್ನಡದ ಪ್ರಭೇದ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. All human beings belong to one species. All dogs belongs to one species. All camels belongs to one species. All tigers belongs to one species. All rose plant belongs to one species. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸ್ಪೀಸೀಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರತ್ಯೇಕ ಗುಂಪು ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. So here in this family 4,000 different kinds of species are present. That means 4,000 varieties of plants we can see here. 4,000 ವಿಧದ ಸಸ್ಯಗಳನ್ನು ನೋಡಬಹುದು ಅಂತೀವಿ. And the main one is onion here. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ onion family ಅಂತ ಜನರಲ್ ಆಗಿ ನೇಮ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀವಿ. And out of 4,000 species, that is in case of Liliaceae, in India 189 species are present in India. That means these many number of species are present worldwide. Worldwide ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆ ಇರೋದಂತ. ಇಂಡಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ತರ ದೇಶದ ಸಸ್ಯಗಳಿದಾವೆ? 189 species. 189 types of such kind of plants are present in India. Right? And here in the Liliaceae family we can see for examples we can see the plants like onion, garlic, ಬೆಳ್ಳುಳ್ಳಿ, and next one aloe vera, lolarasa, aloe vera. Then we can see asparagus, Shatavari. So such kind of plants are coming under this family. And this family, regarding this family, first one if we consider vegetative characters of this family. So what it indicates, vegetative characters apart from the flower ಅನ್ನು ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅಥವಾ reproduction ಗೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟ ಸಸ್ಯದ ಭಾಗಗಳನ್ನು ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬೇರೆ ಭಾಗಗಳನ್ನು ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡುವಂತ vegetative characters. So before going into that vegetative characters, let me consider habitat. That means what is the nature of the dwelling nature of these plants. ಈ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಗಳ ವಾಸಸ್ಥಳ ಅಥವಾ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಗಳ ನೇಚರ್ ಹೇಗಿದೆ, ಸ್ವಭಾವ ಹೇಗಿದೆ ನೋಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಮಾರ್ಫಾಲಜಿಕಲಿ. ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ these plants, most of these plants are perennial plants. Most of these plants are perennial plants. The important term here, perennial. Already we have heard this term. Once I told you 3 types of plants we are classified: annual plants, biennial plants, perennial plants. Annual plant means the plant which are having the lifespan of 1 year. ವಾರ್ಷಿಕ ಬೆಳೆಗಳು ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಅದು ಒಂದು ವರ್ಷಕ್ಕೆ ಮುಗಿದು ಬಿಡ್ತಾವೆ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್. ಲೈಫ್ ಸ್ಪ್ಯಾನ್ 1 ವರ್ಷ ಅಂತ, ಅದು ಜೀವಿತ ಇರೋದು 1 ವರ್ಷ ಅಂತ, ಅದ್ರೊಳಗಡೆ ಇರೋದು. Biennial plants, the plants which are having 2 years of lifespan are in that range. ದ್ವಿವಾರ್ಷಿಕ ಬೆಳೆಗಳಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. Or the same way, the plants which are having more than 2 years lifespan, those are the perennial plants. ಬಹುವಾರ್ಷಿಕ, ಏಕವಾರ್ಷಿಕ, ದ್ವಿವಾರ್ಷಿಕ, ಬಹುವಾರ್ಷಿಕ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. Now, if you consider the perennial plants, ಅಂದ್ರೆ 2 ವರ್ಷಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ವರ್ಷ ಬದುಕೋ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಗಳಂತ. ಈ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿದಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೋ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಗಳು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದೇ ರೀತಿ ಇರೋದು perennial plants. But thing is, these plants we can observe majorly in the form of herbs. Most of the plants present over here are herbs, right? And shrubs and trees are rare here. Most of the plants are herbs. Herbs are ನಾವು 3 ತರದ ಗಿಡಬಳ್ಳಿಗಳು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ, herbs, right? And other 2 categories are there in the plant, shrubs and trees. Trees means a bigger one, and those trees will be having the stem woody part majorly. And ಬಹಳ ಕಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಕಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಕಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ ಟ್ರೀಸ್. And one more is there, shrub. Shrub ಅಂದ್ರೆ in between. Say for example, rose shrub. ಹೌದಾ, ಗುಲಾಬಿ ಗಿಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಹೈಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಿತ್ತು ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಅದೊಂದು shrub. ಹೌದಾ, ಆದ್ರೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಕಟ್ಟಿಗೆನೂ ಸಿಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಹಾಗಂತ ಬಳ್ಳಿ ತರನೂ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದು ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ in between, shrub. Or say for example, hibiscus, that is also shrub. ಒಂದು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಮರದ ತರನೂ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಏನು ದಾಸವಾಳ, shrub ಅಂತ. Herb means here the stem is soft, the stem is thin, or stem is it is not erect totally, or the stem is weak, and because of that reason it may be looking like a climber, ಬಳ್ಳಿಗಳ ತರ ಹಬ್ಬೋತ ಹೋಗೋದಂತ. So most of the plants are like that. And so shrubs and trees are less majorly here, and these plants they are showing 3 modified structures in case of the stem. So some of the plants will be having rhizomes, some of the plants will be having corm, some of the plants will be showing bulb. Bulb, corm, rhizome, already we have heard these terms. These terms we have heard in case of vegetative the stem modification. All these are the modified stems, rhizome, corm and bulb. For the bulb, the best example is onion. Yes, for the corm, for the bulb, the best example is onion. For the rhizome, the best example is aloe vera. Which one? Aloe vera. Lower something, aloe vera. That is the best example. And for the corm, we are having one example, colchicine. Colchicine. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆನಿಯನ್ ತರನೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ನೋಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ, ಬಟ್ ಆ ಕಾಲ್ಚಿಸೈನ್ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಡ್ರಗ್ ಅನ್ನ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ತೆಗಿತಾರೆ, ಒಂದು ಕೆಮಿಕಲ್ ಅನ್ನ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ತೆಗಿತಾರೆ. ಆ ಕೆಮಿಕಲ್ ಅನ್ನ DNA ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆರಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಕಾಲ್ಚಿಸೈನ್, ರೈಟ್? ಕಾಲ್ಚಿಸೈನ್ it is showing the corm modified stem, aloe vera it is showing the rhizome modified stem, onion it is showing the bulb, right? So undergone modified stem portions here, these are. So these are observed in case of these Liliaceae family plants, not in case of all the plants. In maximum plants we can see such kind of conditions here, right? The next one, let us consider the leaves. Leaf, whether it is a vegetative character or floral character. Yes, leaf is a vegetative character here. So leaf mostly basal. Leaves are considered to be the mostly basal. So that means if we consider a stem, right, the stem will be having the nodes. Presence of nodes and internodes is a major character of the stem, right? Lower node of the stem. Say for example, imagine if this is the stem, means Stem will be having the nodes. The lower node which is near to the ground, to the lower node only many leaves are arising, and the stem which is present above the ground, there also nodes may be present, but leaves are not present usually. Most of the leaves are present at the base towards the ground. That means leaves are mostly basal. Right, like this. So for example, if this is the stem means and this is the ground means leaves are present here only, maximum leaves. Right? That is the basal. Mostly leaves are mostly basal. And here the phyllotaxy that we are observing is alternate phyllotaxy. Which phyllotaxy? Alternate phyllotaxy. We are having three kinds of phyllotaxis. Phyllotaxy means arrangement of leaves on the stem. Alternate phyllotaxy, opposite phyllotaxy, word phyllotaxy. So here in this family we can see the alternate phyllotaxy. And one more major important thing. So this family is monocot. So all the plants present in this family are monocots. What type of plants? Monocots. We are having two kinds of plants, dicot plants and monocot plants. So here these plants are monocot plants. All the plants, all the 4,000 plants are monocot plants. If the plant is a monocot means then the leaves, if you consider, the leaves are having parallel venation. What kind of venation? Parallel venation. Reticulate venation means that is concerned with the dicot plants. So here leaves are showing the parallel venation. Right? ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೆ ಏನು ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಲ್ಲ, ಫ್ರಾಮ್ ದ ರೂಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೆ ಏನೇನು ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಲ್ಲ ಆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಟರ್ಮ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತಿರ್ತವೆ. ಸೊ ಹಂಗಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಬಿಗಿನಿಂದ ಗ್ರಿಪ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಬೇಕು ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ಅವಾಗ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಇದು ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಪ್ಯಾರಲಲ್ venation, leaves are showing parallel venation. And next, leaves are X-stipulate. What type of leaves? X-stipulate leaves. Stipulate leaves means the leaves at the base of the leaves there is small leafy structure, stipule. And if those stipules are present means the leaves are stipulate leaves. If the stipules are absent means then the leaves are X-stipulate leaves. That means stipules are absent here. And root, what type of root here? Monocot plants. Already I told you. Monocot plant means what type of root? Fibrous root. Here the plants are showing fibrous root. Right. Let me consider the second major one. Floral characters. Floral characters of the family. So ಹೂ ಅಥವಾ ಹೂವಿಗೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟಂತ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಗಳೇನೇ ಬರ್ತವೆ. Why we are stressing the flower particularly here means by observing the flower we can justify what kind of plant that is and to what group or to what family or to what order that plant is belonging. We can easily justify. ಹೂವನ್ನು ನೋಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಅದರ ಭಾಗ, ಅದರ ಪ್ರಭೇದ ಯಾವ್ದು ಬರ್ಬೋದು, ಅದರ ಜಾತಿ ಯಾವ್ದು ಬರ್ಬೋದು, ಅದರ ಕುಟುಂಬ ಯಾವ್ದು ಬರ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತ ವರ್ಗೀಕರಣ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತ. So this is the major part. Regarding the flower, we are having the characters. That means regarding the floral words. So there, let me consider inflorescence first. Inflorescence, whether the plant is showing any cluster of flowers condition. Pugucha, inflorescence. So here, mostly the flowers are solitary. Solitary means single, ekagi. That means one peduncle or one floral axis terminating with one flower. Say for example, if this is a floral axis means here we are getting just one flower. That means solitary flower. Say for example, hibiscus. In case of the hibiscus, we can see the solitary flower. One floral axis terminating with one flower. Or if the inflorescence is present, some of the plants will be having inflorescence. If the inflorescence is present means that inflorescence is cymose inflorescence. Which inflorescence? cymose inflorescence. We are having two kinds of inflorescence, racemose and cymose. Racemose, acropetal order, cymose, basipetal order. Once observe that one. So here it is showing the cymose inflorescence, some of the plants. And one more special inflorescence we can observe here, that is umbellate. Umbellate cluster. Cluster means a group of flowers, that means inflorescence. And here one special inflorescence is there here, umbellate inflorescence. So ಇದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಇನ್ಫ್ಲೋರೆಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡೋ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹೇಳಿದ ರೆಸಿಮೋಸ್ ಇನ್ಫ್ಲೋರೆಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡೋ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಅಂಬೆಲ್ ಅಂತ ಕಲ್ತಿದ್ವಿ. ಸರಿ, ಸೈಮೋಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ನೋಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಅಂಬೆಲ್ ಇನ್ಫ್ಲೋರೆಸೆನ್ಸ್ ನೆನ್ಪು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಅಂಬೆಲ್ ಇನ್ಫ್ಲೋರೆಸೆನ್ಸ್. So there we can see umbel or also called as umbellate, umbellate cluster. Umbel inflorescence or umbellate cluster means in some of these plants inflorescence, that means arrangement of flowers is looking like umbrella. ನೋಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ಛತ್ರಿ ತರ ಕಾಣಿಸೋದಂತೆ. Say for example, let me consider this is the peduncle, right? Peduncle or floral axis. This peduncle is having pedicels. All of these are the pedicels. Each pedicel is having one flower. That means that this is one inflorescence. Now this inflorescence is looking like umbrella. ಛತ್ರಿ ತರ ಕಾಣಿಸುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡೋಕೆ, ಹೌದು ಛತ್ರಿ ತರ, ಛತ್ರಿ ಹಿಡ್ಕೋತರ ಆ ರೀತಿ ಕಾಣಿಸುತ್ತೆ. So this is the umbellate cluster. So umbellate cluster, it is the peculiar character of this family. Right? This is regarding the inflorescence. And let me consider the flower. Regarding the flower. So regarding the flowers, what majorly characters we can see here? So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೋ flower, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೋ ಹೂಗಳ characters ಹೇಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಮೇಜರ್ ಆಗಿ. So one thing, ಒಂದು ನಾನು ಬರೋ ಟೈಮ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಸಿಂಬಲ್ ಬೈತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೀನಿ. ನೀವು ಆ ಸಿಂಬಲ್ ಏನು ಮ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ಜಸ್ಟ್ here the flowers are, what is the symbol? Female flower symbol. What is the symbol? Male flower symbol. So now this is bisexual. Here the flowers are bisexual. That means here flower will be having both androecium and gynoecium. That means the flowers are bisexual. That is one thing. And next one, what is the symbol? Circle and inside plus. This is actinomorphic. The flowers are actinomorphic. Depending on symmetry, how we can cut the flower. Flower na cut ಮಾಡೋ angle ಅನ್ನು ನೋಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಅಥವಾ ಕಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ಮೇಲೆ ಫ್ಲವರ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಎರಡು ಭಾಗ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅದನ್ನು ನೋಡಿಕೊಂಡು ನಾವು ಸಿಮೆಟ್ರಿ ನ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. Actinomorphic, zygomorphic, asymmetric. So here the flowers are actinomorphic. Right? The next one, here the flowers are pedicellate flowers. What kind of flowers? Pedicellate flowers. That means flowers are having a pedicel. ಹೂವನ್ನು ಹಿಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಕೆ ಒಂದು ಕಡ್ಡಿ ಬರ್ತಲ್ಲ, pedicel. Pedicel. The flowers are pedicellated. Two kinds of flowers, sessile flowers and pedicellate flowers. Sessile flowers do not have that pedicel directly attached with the floral axis. But here the flowers are pedicellate. Right? And next one, flowers are bracted. What type of flowers? Bracted. BR stands for bract. Bract is a present. Small leafy structures present at that base. Bract is a present. And the ovary condition, if we consider in the flower, that is hypogynous. We are having the three types of conditions: epigynous, perigynous, hypogynous. Here the condition is hypogynous. You can check ಮಾಡಿ ಏನು hypogynous ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಸಾರಿ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. And a major thing is here the flowers are trimerous. What kind of flowers? Trimerous. Tri, that means three segments, three members in case of sepals or petals. But here perianth is present, tepal is present. So here perianth condition is present. That means we can't separate the sepal and petal clearly. That means we can see the tepal. That means how many perianth are present here? Three perianth. Trimerous. And already we know one thing. Three kinds of flowers we are having. Trimerous flower, tetramerous flower, pentamerous flower. ಮೂರು ದಳದ ಹೂಗಳು, ನಾಲ್ಕು ದಳದ ಹೂಗಳು, ಐದು ದಳದ ಹೂಗಳು. Trimerous, tetramerous, pentamerous. Tetramerous, pentamerous flowers are example for dicot plants. Those are belonging to dicot plants. Trimerous ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮೂರು ದಳದ ಹೂಗಳು ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Trimerous flowers are monopod flowers. Right? Here the flower is trimerous. Next, regarding the flower. ಈ flower ಒಳಗಡೆ ಭಾಗಗಳು ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಬರೋಣ. Flower, what is the outermost one? The outermost whorl of flower, calyx. Next one, corolla. Next one, androecium. Last one, gynoecium. But ಇಲ್ಲಿ, what actually that calyx is? Group of sepals. What actually that corolla is? Group of petals. But thing is, group of petals and group of sepals all united together to form tepals. That means perianth. ಇಲ್ಲಿ calyx, corolla ಅಂತ separate ಆಗಿ ಬರೋದಲ್ಲ, perianth ಅಂತ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. So let me consider perianth. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳೋದು ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತಾ? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ calyx ಬರ್ಕೋಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು, calyx, corolla ಅಂತ ಬರೀತಾ ಹೋಗಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ calyx, corolla ಅಂತ separate ಆಗಿ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಹಾಗಾಗಿ perianth ಅಂತ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. What is the symbol for perianth? Yes, P. The symbol is P. Perianth. And now below the perianth I will write the symbol like this. P 3 plus 3. P 3 plus 3. Perianth, it is the group of tepals. What actually this is? Group of tepals. Tepal means it is the undifferentiated form of sepal and petal. Right? How many tepals are present? Totally 6 tepals are present here. And already we have drawn the floral diagram here. 1, 2, 3, 4, sorry. 1. So all of these are the tepals. Let me count. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Right? Next, 4, 5, 6. Total how many tepals? 6 tepals. 1, 2, 3. These 3 tepals are outer side. These 3 tepals are outer side. Tepal means this is the symbol usually. This is the tepal. Tepal ಅನ್ನು diagrammatically ತೋರಿಸೋ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಸಿಂಬಲ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. How many tepals? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Out of 6 tepals, 3 tepals are outer side, 3 tepals are inner side. 3 tepals outer side, 3 tepals inner side. Hence, I have made it 3 plus 3. 3 plus 3. And I will keep both the numbers in a bracket. Bracket has the meaning, you know, ಕೂಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾವೆ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ, united, fused. See here. Second tepal attached to 4th and 5th. Will attachment ಆಗಿದೆ. 5th tepal attached to 2nd and 3rd. Each tepal is attached. All the tepals are attached to one another one. And attached means we are keeping them in the bracket. So that condition we will call it as ಕೂಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು? ಗ್ಯಾಮೋ. ಗ್ಯಾಮೋಸೆಫಲಸ್, ಗ್ಯಾಮೋಪೆಟಲಸ್. ಬಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ? Gamophilous. This condition is Gamophilous. Right? And one more thing. Here, the tepals, all the 6 tepals are usually fused into a tube form. ಈಗ ನಾನು ಒಂದು ಫ್ಲವರ್ ತೋರಿಸಿದ್ರೆ ದತ್ತುರ, ಮಧುವಣಿಕೆ ಹೂ ದತ್ತುರ, ಒಂದು ಟ್ಯೂಬ್ ತರ ಬರ್ತದಲ್ಲ ಪೆಟಲ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಅದೇ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಟೆಪಲ್ಸ್ ಕುಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಒಂದು ಟ್ಯೂಬ್ ತರ ಆಗಿರೋದಂತ. And the next one, here tepals are showing valvate estivation. Which estivation? Valvate estivation. Valvate, maxillary, then imbricate. So we are having kinds of distributions. Here the distribution is valvate distribution. In which family? Melaceae family. Right? And next one, calyx corolla ovum. That is totally together perianth. What is the next one? Androecium. Next one. What is the symbol for androecium? Symbol for androecium is A. Male reproductive part or male reproductive organ in the flower, androecium. So regarding the androecium, imagine this is the one flower of this family. ಈ ಫ್ಲವರ್ ನಾನು ಅಪ್ಪರ್ ರಿಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ, ಈಗ ಹೇಗಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆ ನಿಮಗೆ, ಒಂದ್ ವೇಳೆ ಇದು ಫ್ಲವರ್ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಈ ರೀತಿ ನೋಡೋ ಬದಲಾಗಿ ಫ್ಲವರ್ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಅಪ್ಪರ್ ಆಂಗಲ್ ಇಂದ ನೋಡೋದು, ಮೇಲ್ ನೋಟ ಈ ರೀತಿ ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆಯಿಂದ. ಸೊ ಈ ರೀತಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಬರೀ ಎಡ್ಜ್ ಕಾಣಿಸುತ್ತೆ, ಅಂಚು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವಲ್ಲ, ಈ ಟೆಪಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂಚು ಕಾಣಿಸುತ್ತೆ. ಅಂಡ್ ನಾವು ಹಿಯರ್ ಟು ದ ಟೆಪಲ್ androecium is attached. This is androecium, that means stamen. This total part is stamen. This is filament and this portion is anther. Anther filament together becomes stamen. So here stamens are present here. To one tepal, one stamen is attached. To one tepal, one stamen is attached. Total how many stamens? 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many? Total 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 stamens are attached. But here stamens are not free. Stamens are not free. Stamens are attached to tepal. If the stamen is attached to the petal means that is epipetalous condition. But here stamen is attached to petal, sorry tepal. That condition is epiphyllous. So here we are having the condition of epiphyllous. That means stamens are attached to tepal. And how many stamens are present? 6. But thing is 1, 2, 3. These 3 stamens are attached to outer side tepals. And these 3, 4, 5, 6. These 3 stamens are attached to inner tepals. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಇದನ್ನ ಭಾಗ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು 3 plus 3 ಅಂತ, right? So we can write it as 3 plus 3. 3 plus 3. Just like tepal. Androecium also. That means stamens are also 6. Next one. Regarding the gynoecium, let me write here. Regarding the gynoecium, what actually this gynoecium is? Female reproductive organ in the flower. What is the symbol for gynoecium? G. See here, this central part is gynoecium. Now innermost one. Here the gynoecium is made up of 3 carpels. 1, 2, 3. How many carpels? 3 carpels. 1, 2, 3. 3 carpels are not free. 3 carpels have been fused together. That condition is syncarpus. Which condition? Syncarpus. When there is separate polycarpus. Now the condition is syncarpus. How many carpels are fused? 3 carpels have been fused here. This is tricarpellary. 3 carpels though. 1, 2, 3. Tricarpellary syncarpus. Tricarpellary syncarpus. And placenta present at the center. To the placenta, ovals have been attached and it is having the septa. So the placentation is axial placentation. What is placentation? Axial placentation. Okay. Now G anta barade. How many carpels are present here actually? 3 carpels. Separate idava koodidava. Fused means I will give you bracket. Yes, tricarpellary syncarpus condition. And one more thing here, below the G I will give this mark bar hakidare keಳಗಡೆ. That means ovary is superior. What actually the condition is? Ovary is and one thing, ovals are many here. One ovary, one carpel is having many ovals. Whatever number it might be. Ovals are many, and the condition is tricarpellary syncarpous condition here. So that is regarding the gynoecium. So first we observed in the flower, we observed calyx, corolla, together perianth. Next one androecium. Next one gynoecium. Flower ones are over. Flower is there. Next one fruit. Let me consider the next one fruit. ಈ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ತರದ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೋ ಹಣ್ಣು ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಇರ್ತದೆ? Here the fruit is mainly capsule. What type of fruit here? Capsule fruit. Capsule, whether that is a dry fruit or a fleshy fruit. Dry fruit, already once I have explained. Capsule fruit. Sometimes the fruit may be berries. Berry fruit. ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಟೈಮ್ ಬೆರಿ ಬರಬಹುದು, ಬಟ್ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪ್ಸೂಲ್ ಫ್ರೂಟ್ ಇರೋದಂತೇಳಿ. And regarding the seeds, the next one, if you consider regarding the seed, so inside the fruit we can observe the seed. Already I have told you. So this is a monocot family. Monocot means whether seed will be having a single cotyledon or two cotyledons. Single cotyledon. That means a monocot seed. What type of seed here? Monocot seed. And thing is, the seeds are monocot seed. And monocot seeds are majorly, most of the monocot seeds are endospermic seeds. What type of seeds? Endospermic seed. So here the seeds are endospermic. Here endospermic ಅನ್ನೋದು ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಿತ್ತು, ಸರ್ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡು endospermic seeds. So almost ಎಲ್ಲ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನು ನೋಡೋದಾಯ್ತು ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ. And what actually this diagram is? Floral diagram. So this is perianth, outermost one, perianth. Next one androecium. Next one gynoecium. Right? Here three ones actually. Perianth means it is a mixture of calyx and corolla. Perianth members ಏನಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ? Tepals. ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ tepals? Total 6 tepals. 3 tepals are outer side, 3 tepals are inner side. 3 plus 3. ಹೌದಾ? Next androecium also 6. But 3 androecium, 3 stamens are attached to the outer tepal, 3 stamens are attached to the inner tepal. 3 plus 3. Adu 3 plus 3 ಮಾಡಿದೆ. Center gynoecium. Gynoecium is made up of 3 carpels, and those 3 carpels are fused together. And here ovals are many. That means polyovulate, multi-ovulate condition. And usually in case of one carpel we can observe 2 ovals here. And the placentation is axial placentation. Let me write that one also. The placentation is axial placentation majorly. Okay. ಇದನ್ನಿಷ್ಟನ್ನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಒಂದು ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಬರೀಬೇಕಲ್ಲ, ಫ್ಲೋರಲ್ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ. Floral formula of which family? Floral formula of Liliaceae family. That means the plants coming under this family, all the plants will be having that formula, that floral formula. Keep one thing in your mind. Floral formula ಬರೋ ಟೈಮ್ದಲ್ಲಿ ಫ್ಲವರ್ ಗೆ ಬ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಬರ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಆ ಸಿಂಬಲ್ ಬ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನ್ ಬರಬೇಕು? BR. Already I have mentioned here. The flower is a bracted. That means we have to use this symbol first. Then after that one, after writing the branch, so here next one we have to use whether the flower is actinomorphic or zygomorphic or not symmetric. ಆ ತರ ನೋಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಅದರ ಸಿಮೆಟ್ರಿ ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಅದಾದ ಮೇಲೆ ಫ್ಲವರ್ ದ ಸೆಕ್ಷುಯಾಲಿಟಿ ಬರಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಡೈಸೆಕ್ಷುವಲ್, ಬೈಸೆಕ್ಷುವಲ್ ಅಥವಾ ಯೂನಿಸೆಕ್ಷುವಲ್ ಅಂತ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ರೈಟ್ perianth condition, next one androecium, next one gynoecium. ಬರಿತಾ ಹೋಗೋದು ಅಂತ. Right? Let's start. Floral formula. So here the bract is present, of course. BR first one. Flower is unisexual or bisexual? Yes, the flower is bisexual. BR and next one that symbol, bisexual flower. So not regarding the sexuality. Next one we have to write it's a symmetry. Actinomorphic or zygomorphic? The flower is actinomorphic. Let me write next one. Actinomorphic. Sorry, actinomorphic. Next one. The flower is a bisexual. This flower is bisexual. Next, calyx, corolla, endoecium, gynoecium. KCAG. Calyx, corolla, endoecium, gynoecium. But here calyx, corolla are fused together to form perianth. Now the use what next to P use P. Perianth. How many tepals? 6 tepals. But 3 plus 3 category. 3 ಒಳಗಡೆ ಇರೋದು 3 ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಇರೋದು. But all the tepals are fused together in the package. Next one, endoecium. Endoecium. Stamens. How many stamens? 6 stamens. 3 are outer side, 3 are inner side. 3 plus 3. But here I am making one symbol here. P to A. There is one curve connection. Andre A P ga connect agide. That means stamens are attached to tepals. Stamens are attached to tepals. Stamens are attached to tepals. Epiphyllous. What that condition is? Epiphyllous cell. Where are you? Epiphyllous. Right? After endoecium, next one is gynoecium. So how many carpels are present? 3 carpels, and all the 3 carpels have been fused together. This condition is, yes, which condition? Tricarpellary syncarpus, and this totally represent the floral formula of which family? Liliaceae family. And here in the Liliaceae family, we can observe the major examples: onion, garlic, aloe vera, asparagus, colchicine. These are the examples we can observe. ನೀವು ಇದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಅದರ ಎಕನಾಮಿಕ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ತಲೆ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು, ಅಂದರೆ ವ್ಯಾವಹಾರಿಕವಾಗಿ ಆ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ನಮಗೇನು ಯೂಸ್ ಅಂತ ಎಕನಾಮಿಕಲ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್, ಫುಡ್ ಆಗಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೋ, ಅಥವಾ ಅದರಿಂದ ಏನೋ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ತಗೋಬಹುದು, ಅಥವಾ ಅದರಿಂದ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೋ ನಮಗೆ, ಅಥವಾ ಅದೇನೋ ಮೆಡಿಸಿನ್ ಆಗಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೋ. ಸೊ ಆ ತರದ್ದು ಯೂಸಸ್ ನೋಡ್ಬೋದು. One thing, most of these plants can be used as food material. Onion, garlic, asparagus, shatavari anta anu food ತರ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. And sometimes, and majorly, some of these plants are having medicinal values. For example, garlic, ಬೆಳ್ಳುಳ್ಳಿ, garlic is having the medicinal value, and we can use that garlic to cholesterol, to reduce the body cholesterol level. ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಹದಲ್ಲಿರೋ ಕೊಲೆಸ್ಟ್ರಾಲ್, ಕೊಬ್ಬಿನ ಪ್ರಮಾಣ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಗಾರ್ಲಿಕ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. It is having the medicinal value. And in the same way we can use the aloe vera in order to decrease our body temperature, to give that cooling effect. So lower ಅನ್ನ ಬಾಡಿ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ, ಅಥವಾ ಫ್ಯಾಟ್ ಕಂಟೆಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. So aloe vera also having one medicinal value. Garlic, it is having both a food value as well as a medicinal value, and asparagus also. And in some cases we can use these plants as ornamental plants. ಕೆಲವೊಂದಿಷ್ಟು ಈ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿದಲ್ಲಿರೋ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ನಾವು ಆರ್ನಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಲಂಕಾರಿಕ ಸಸ್ಯಗಳು ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ, ಆ ತರ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಅಂತ. ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ದೀಸ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ so many medicinal values in the form of food or in the form of any one in the syrup form and the tablet form. We can, while preparing, we can use these plants. So these plants are having a lot of importance, economical importance, and most of the plants we are using in our day by day lives. Onion, the best example that we are using. Because of that reason, the common major available plant is onion. We will also refer this Liliaceae family as onion family. Right? Regarding the onion family, this is the floral diagram and this is the floral formula. And these are all the common characters obeyed by all the plants present in the Liliaceae family. Right? So this is about the Liliaceae family. In the next class, let us observe other 2 families, Fabaceae family and Solanaceae family. Yes?